Yeah, if you're on YouTube, you see what happened. Yes, good morning, everybody. I hope I'm awake. Am I awake?
I think so. Your eyes are open.
Yeah,
I can
open.
hear
All
your
right.
voice, so you are.
Yeah. So how was it? I saw somebody's tweets last night. I was like, so with all the things that have been happening, this particular one guy, this one, oh, now imagine that it was Chelsea that was going to help rescue them. We'll be talking about his story and his poor choices later.
Oh wow.
Also, we'll be talking about the NBA playoffs. Miami Heat going up 3-0 and then losing the next two games. It's becoming a war. What was looking like a sweep at first. So we'll also talk about that. We'll talk about Mercedes and Lewis Hamilton because the Monaco Grand Prix is this weekend. What else is going to be happening? Yeah, then we'll be talking about Manchester United. Can they put up a fight against Manchester City? They are the last they're the last line of defense against the English Premier League reputation. So we'll talk about all of that on the locker room today. But before that, Zibby, tell us how can they be a part of the locker room?
All right. All you need to do is send us a message on WhatsApp. The number is 0809 444 781. And you can also tweet us smooth 981, and we're streaming live on YouTube. Hey YouTube. Yeah, so just search for us smooth 981 on YouTube. But watch the live stream and post it to comment as well. Tega, now I know I used that. It feels so good to that. And although my waist is kind of feeling
exactly. I'm wondering how you're going to organize.
I think I might need to pull up my chair.
Yeah. All right, so let's start with the red light.
Barcelona Lord's Friday Eagles character against Italy. Celtic roll over again. Monaco Grand Prix. Lily had Lewis Hamilton and Mercedes. On mission accomplished with John Morgan on Dybala and Adrian Raul. Salah devastated as Liverpool miss out on Champions League. Juve basically face off for at the end, Tega said that England will bring on United in 2021.
So you know how to win. Waited to the top. So you guys and then you get that story of how
Right now, finding good goals and the confidence players with the key captain
I never want to tell secure the group. But Brazil also has won one match, and Italy has won one match. Now Italy plays against the Dominican Republic. By now we know those are the whipping boys of the team, so it looks like a guaranteed 3 points for Italy. And then Brazil also plays against Nigeria, and so Nigeria. I heard Ladamboso saying he's going to give opportunity to some other guys who haven't played to feature in that match. I'm just like, guy, don't do that. Beat Brazil very well so that I know that we will qualify regardless of what it is. With 6 points, we are just about through to the next round. But you want to qualify top of your group. That is a paramount for Nigeria. So let's see how it pans out for Nigeria. So far, so good. They're doing well. But Brazil next up. However, Brazil has an even more vulnerable defense. than the Italians. But the difference is that those Samba boys, they can play. In fact, I think part of the Brazilians' problem is that they play the ball a little too much. So you see them, you think that they're playing on Sunday school and they're doing flicks and tricks. I'm just like, Oga, your job is to qualify from this group. Stop all this backflipping, whatever you're trying to do.
That's like a trademark, isn't it?
Do you understand? Just play football first, score a couple of goals, then you can somersault and do whatever it is you want. But yeah, the Flying Eagles look good. So far, so good. 2 wins from 2 matches, and they're almost there. I just hope that Ladamboso takes the last or the final match seriously.
All right, now the Celtics, after falling into a historically insurmountable 0-3 series hole, picked up their second straight dominant win on Thursday night at TD Garden. Now, the road past the Miami Heat 110-97 in Game 5 of the series in Boston, and it forced the Game 6 on Saturday night in South Florida.
All right. This is what I thought was going to happen. When Celtics took that one game against Miami, I was like, they're going back home. If they get it, if they're going back home, then of course with the fans and everybody at home, they're going to be able to push. And believe me, from the jump off, these guys literally jumped Miami Heat. Like, defensively and offensively, it was not like they were making buckets and they were slacking. No, they made buckets, they go to the other end, they steal the ball from Miami, go back, make another bucket, steal the ball from Miami, go back, make another bucket. It was wickedness. First few possessions of the game, it was already 5-15. I was just like,
Didn't come to
I was like, you guys should calm down. We know you want to win, but there's no need to beat them from start to finish. And that's what they did. They dominated from start to finish. What was most impressive about their night was the number of 3-pointers they made. And that's usually Boston Celtics games. But because I saw them from games 1 to game 3, and they were not making their 3-pointers, I thought they had a problem. But yesterday, everything flowed for them. Turns out even their role players were the ones that were now doing the main job. Yes, Jason Tatum got 21 points with also the same number of points with Jaylen Brown, but it was guys like Derek White that stepped up. He made 6 3-pointers, and that's an NBA playoff record. So he made 6 3-pointers. He finished the game with 24 points, and then Marcus Smart finished the game with 23 points. So these are not guys that you expect that will be leading in the scoring stats, but they were the ones that stepped up. So brilliant play all round. I saw Eric Spoelstra just shaking his head. For Miami Heat, they just weren't moving the ball. They looked a little confused. They were a little static. They were not passing the ball to each other. And I'm just like, where is the Miami Heat that went 3-0 up? The good news for Miami, though, is that the next game is in Miami, and I don't expect that they will lose 3 games in a row. I think they're going to step up. I think it's going to be a completely different game on Saturday morning for the Boston Celtics. I also think that the Boston Celtics left it a little too late, but we'll wait to see how this pan about. The way Jimmy Butler was looking at it, still like, guys, when these guys come to Miami, let's show them white hits. Let's knock the teeth out of them, because it was the way they knocked the stuffing out of Miami Heat that everybody was dazed. Jimmy Butler, I think, finished with 14 points. Bam Adebayo was the highest scorer. He finished with 16 points. It's just like, and they were the only 2 players in double digits figures. Everybody else, yes. Everybody else on Miami Heat single. So I think Boston Celtics, it wasn't what they did offensively. It was the defense that was the killer. With the steals and the stops that they were making and the rebounds that they were getting. So everything was flowing, and then the crowd made it worse. Because once they make one great defensive play, the crowd will cheer louder than when they make a bucket. And there was a former Boston Celtics player there. They call him the Truth for Paul Pierce.
Okay.
He was there. He was riling the crowd. Come on, let's do this. Let's do this. I was just like,
wow.
No, Miami, you're not winning this one. This one, just leave it and go back to your house. So on Saturday, I think that the Miami Heat would have been able to change something and wrap up the series, because if they allow Boston to take that game 6, they're out. It's over. It's done.
it's over. Well, you can catch the live stream on YouTube. Thanks for letting us know that there was a slight issue with the sound. It's all sorted now, so the live stream is still up on YouTube. Just search for Smooth 981.
All right.
Lewis Hamilton says he has not been in talks with Ferrari, and he and Mercedes are close to agreeing to a new contract that will keep him at the team beyond this season.
Yeah, so he's saying that before he was negotiating himself, but now he has a team that is negotiating for him. I'm just like, Lewis Hamilton, you know how many seasons you've been in F1? How are you telling me that you're negotiating yourself? Where's your law degree? But
his law degree?
I'm asking, where is his law degree?
Oh,
that he will be negotiating
exactly.
himself. But especially when he says he's dyslexic, I'm just like, how are you negotiating yourself? Really, it's not like you're haggling in the market.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he's come out to say that he hasn't spoken. There were talks that he had spoken with the president of Ferrari. He's come out to say he hasn't spoken with him. And I usually say when players or agents say these things are like pregnancy. They can deny it, but eventually it will show.
Do you think this talk of the talks right now has come up because of the rumors that were swirling around?
Yeah, I think because people start asking that you spoke with the president of Ferrari, are you really moving? Those are questions that people will ask. It's the first question I want to know: are you leaving Mercedes? But yeah, all these things. I'm sure it has even propelled them to talk quickly because the rumors are going on, and Toto Wolff is just probably like, you know what, I want this thing signed, sealed, and delivered. Let's know what we're doing. Are you signing, or are we looking for somebody, or looking at somebody else? And that's what would have happened. So we're hoping that they'll finalize whatever the conversations is. He's moving to Ferrari, like I always say, himself and Lionel Messi, they're upsetting me. If Lionel Messi leaves that Saudi money on the table, he will pay me. We will fight. I don't know how I will see him, but we will fight. I'm just saying, at this stage in your career, you've won everything.
Yes.
Might as well just collect the money, secure the bag. I know you are rich, but money is never enough. Just take as much as you can get legally. Remember, I said legally.
That is true. Very important. All right, you can let us know what your thoughts are. 0809 440 981. And you can also drop your comments on the live stream up on our YouTube channel.
All right, so
Shuka says, any updates on Vinicius Jr.? Had their arrest some days ago.
Yes, we spoke about that on Wednesday. They said they had arrested 7 people. Then they also said that there was a fine, and they're going to close down a particular section of the stadium, and they also fired some referees. So
a well-deserved sacking.
I said the response after that backlash, the response by the president was swift. He also even apologized that he didn't, that he wasn't really attacking Vinicius Jr., that he was just trying to say that not all of La Liga is racist.
But he had to come out and do that.
And he said, but since everybody understood it that way, that means he communicated poorly. I was like, thank God though.
Is he going to resign?
We who? We what? All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll be talking about football and everything that's going on in the world of football. Resign what? Resign fire.
You know, people apologize like guy comes to the resignation.
No.
Not that guy.
No, that's not how it happens. That's not how it happens. Usually, you apologize and
move on
and keep your job.
Oh my God.
And maintain your power.
Tell me if you want me to give you all my time. I want to make it good for you.
It's okay. Go what's recording?
Do you know if one record producer is just like watching it, like she's got
please, people have record you for her.
If you do, please.
If you do, please help me.
This is where the camera is. Why am I looking that way?
Abby, looking at the wrong place. Please help our condition. I don't want her to be singing every 2 seconds. Please, if you have record you,
F EPP.
Now it's time to help us. Help our condition.
Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh, so Bama Deba is still there. There was a time they had a lot of Nigerians in Miami.
Yes, so
Iguodala, Achua.
Well, I don't want to count Iguodala because that one really. That one is, you know, when there's that's the literal description of Nigerian descent. Not
okay, he's not Nigerian.
You know, like Bama Debayo,
yeah, he is.
Even when the Nigerian team was playing against his mother came, Omo Yorubani.
Oh, that's
she
so
was
sweet.
very. Yeah, Godala is
Godala is like, okay, my parents are African.
Oladipo is really.
Oh, but I love him.
Oladipo is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's not that.
Is he injured though? Because I saw
Yeah,
something.
he's injured.
Oh.
Let me not talk too much. But it's not that his head is correct. It was not correct before.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah.
My coconut.
It was a coconut head before.
What?
But in the last 4-5 years, his head has decided to recognize that at the end of the day, this is still more than the head.
Wow, because his mom is so Niger.
Yeah, they don't used to tell people, oh yes, and that's what was upsetting about him in particular. Because he can speak so well.
Are you serious? I didn't know him.
That was what was so upsetting about him, because his mom was very Nigerian. Sorry, that's it was or is.
He's Nigerian, yes.
No, she's really.
She is, yeah. You're inside the locker room on Smooth 98.1. It's Tega and Zibby here. You can catch the live stream Smooth 981 FM Lagos on YouTube. You can also tweet at Smooth 981, and you can also send us a message on WhatsApp 0809 440 981. Zibby, please, you deserve a collabo with I Am Tongi. Who is I Am Tongi? Or is that Lam Tongi? Is that a singer? And Tega, you cracked me up with what? All right.
So when we come back, we can see some Chelsea messages. But before then, let's read this Chelsea.
Man United.
Okay, sorry, the Man United.
Okay, so while Manchester United ticked off a major season goal by securing their return to the Champions League next season after taking a break for a year, manager Erik ten Hag has made it clear that his team has unfinished business.
All right, yeah. So last night, as usual, they met the generous team in the Premier League. Am I lying? Is that not the team? In fact, I'm sure people just wake up morning. Are we facing Chelsea?
Oh my God. Oh gosh,
like, now,
really?
Newcastle has said, that's 3 points. The question is how many goals? As it is now, everybody just knows when you square up against Chelsea, it's a bonanza. You will come away with something. If your day is so bad, you come away with draw. But you must come away with a point. So please don't even start to defend yourself. Your season is horrible. Go and pray about it.
Oh, wow.
Do whatever it is you do. But yeah, so they squared up against Chelsea, and I think some people expected them to put up a resistance. But we're talking about the only person in the world that expected Chelsea to put up a resistance. But Manchester United played brilliantly. Yesterday, well, I'll say played brilliantly. I think largely because of the opposition they played against. Because even as poor as Chelsea are, they did get looks into Manchester United goal. Like when before Manchester United went 1-0 up, Chelsea had 2 opportunities that they could have squandered. Then Manchester United went 2-0 up. Chelsea had another opportunity, squandered. Then they went 3-0 up and 4-0 up. And at every point in time, you could see Chelsea just nicking a goal. They eventually were able to score a goal through Felix. But like I said, they were brilliant largely, in my own opinion, because of the quality of opposition. However, some people believe that this Manchester United side, the way they played, the way they were confident, the way they were brilliant, that they'll be able to give Manchester City a run for their money. So we're opening the phone lines. The numbers to call 01
4489981.
Wait, we're not going to. It's not therapy session. Call the number well, please.
01 4489981.
And we are asking you, this Manchester United side, with Anthony picked up an injury yesterday, so chances are, sorry, he could miss the final against Manchester United. So the question I'm asking you is simply this: this Manchester United side, do you think they are good enough to stop Manchester City from winning the FA Cup? The numbers to call again:
01 4489981.
And so while we wait on those calls, let's take these messages. So again, you're telling me, do you think the Manchester United side you saw last night can do enough to stop Manchester City from winning the FA Cup final? All right, so let's take some messages.
Okay, Emeka via WhatsApp says Frank Lampard took the Chelsea job with absolutely nothing to lose and still lost. presently we're having an argument on which was worse, Lampard's Everton or Lampard's Chelsea. Which club will hire him like this with this abysmal record?
You'll be shocked. He's an Englishman in the English Premier League.
All right, let's go on to the YouTube live stream. LK says, I like the way Chelsea fans chanted, we get beaten every week. Man, you are not special. I just want this season to be over. Ibrahim says, Zibby, I don't know any producers, but I can and will be your manager. Yay. Chuka says, LK, when you play against losers, there's nothing more to win. Wow. We were under par but I'm sure the FA Cup factor was there. Besides, we needed a point. Chuka says, Tega, I'm even scared to call.
Even should call, don't worry. Just
fear not.
Fear not.
0144899881.
First of all, it's a final, so it's one match and anything can happen. Who knows how the Manchester City players will start the game? Who knows if they still have enough hunger in them? So it's one match and it's anything can happen.
All right. Josh says, I don't think Manchester was that spectacular last night. Rather, I think it's the opposition that was extremely poor. Yes, Man U could have scored more, but if Chelsea was better, they could have scored up to 4 too. And no, they are not going to stand in Man City's way in the treble chase. Not this United.
Yeah. And Tayo says,
the only thing Chelsea have this month is their club's various contender for goal of the month, unlike previous months. Tayo, how do you come up with these things?
I don't know. We need to seize Tayo's phone or ban him permanently from the locker room because he's bloody. All right, so we'll take while we're waiting for your phone calls. Don't be afraid. Just call, Manchester United fans. Rep your club. You don't have confidence. How will your team have confidence? All right. So let's read the next story. And talk about what's happening in Europa.
All right, forward Paulo Dybala could miss AS Roma's Europa League final against six-time champion Sevilla manager Jose Mourinho said just yesterday.
All right, so tough one. Everybody's talking about finals now. That's that time of the season. So Roma have done the impossible. I like the way Jose Mourinho puts it. You know, the sporting director of Roma said, our aim is to get to the Champions League. Jose Mourinho was like, he can dream. But getting to the Champions League right now is like Jesus walking around through the Vatican and saying hi. I was just like, how do you do that?
Wow,
that's more than a miracle. So yeah, he's done the impossible with that thing. Because if you've seen the Roma team, you will be shocked as to how this team possibly even made it to a final. But here they are in a final playing against serial winners of the Europa, Sevilla. And they're missing a key player in Paulo Dybala. And Jose Mourinho, he really needs Paulo Dybala, but the guy is struggling with an injury. So he's saying that Paulo Dybala is not fit enough to start, but that he's going to at least give him 15 to 20 minutes. So if Roma can hold on against Sevilla, and then Paulo Dybala comes in and works his magic, then they may get something in the final. But it'll be sad if Paulo Dybala misses the Europa final completely.
Wow. And apologies, we're trying to sort out the issue with the phone line, so you can just send us your message on WhatsApp and post on the live stream as well. Now, Juventus need to beat AC Milan in their final match of the season on Sunday to maintain their slim hopes of a top 4 finish in the Serie A. Now, this is coming after their recent 10-point deduction sent them tumbling down the table. But before we go on to that, Mo Salah says there's no excuse for Liverpool's failure to qualify for the Champions League for the first time in 7 seasons. And this is after Man United secured the final place in the Premier League top 4 yesterday.
That also was interesting, So after the match, Manchester United won by 4-1. After the match, I just saw a post from Mo Salah. I'm really sad right now. We could have made the Champions League. I was like, hold on, wait a minute. So since last week, you didn't realize that people have lost this opportunity to go to. In fact, since last month, you have to remember that Liverpool woke up only yesterday and remember that they were contending for something. It was yesterday that they woke up. People have been contending for the top 4 since January. Liverpool woke up yesterday, decided that they're going to push for it, and then he's now heartbroken that Chelsea couldn't beat Manchester United. Like, it was even the timing after the match. So I was just like, so Mo Salah, where have you been all this while when Chelsea was losing to every single person, every Tom, Dick and Harry?
Wow.
You're not expected that because you want to go to the UCL, Chelsea will now miraculously beat Manchester United. What is this boy doing? But that's what hope does. It can make you delusional. When I up and laugh. I was like, you actually expected Chelsea to help you do the job. Good morning and well done. But yeah, Liverpool are not going to the Champions League. They are playing in Europa. Don't worry. If they are fortunate, Manchester United will join them the next season. I didn't say anything. I'm just next story.
Okay, next story. Now, Juve need to beat AC Milan in their final home match of the season, and this is so they can maintain their slim hopes of a top 4 finish in the Serie A.
Yeah, so I'm tough one for Juve. The way Allegri put it, it's like every time we go forward, somebody just pushes us down. I was like, perhaps maybe you shouldn't be cooking your books next time. Just try. Like, this is not the first time in history you've done it. In fact, because you've done it again, they should have even removed you from this area. They have been kind to just say it's match point deduction. But yeah, as it's going to be a struggle. They play against AC Milan, that's in 4th position, but they are 5 points behind AC Milan. So they have to win this and hope that not only they win the next one, but AC Milan also lose the next one. So that is
all this calculation.
Like I said, it's the hope. This hope is wicked. It's all I can say. It just makes you believe things that you normally wouldn't, believe, because you're desperate to see something good. You just believe something different. Yeah, but yeah, Juventus are in that situation now. I just think that they should, focus on trying to qualify for Europa and rebuilding from there without cooking the books this time, please.
That is true.
It's obvious your accountant is a very terrible one. He doesn't even know. He doesn't even know how to hide it. So I think they should give up being bad. Just do everything legally and your life will be okay.
That is true.
So the lesson for today is everything must be legal. Above the table.
Should we look at some messages?
Let's look at some messages.
All right. Chuka says, Chief Juve Bassi. Well, okay, let's just read Olufemi's message first. All right, Olufemi says, I believe Man United will put up a good fight against Man City, and it won't be an easy game for City, but I'll also see City doing their thing if they don't drop the ball.
Oh, and Chuka was saying Chef Juve Bassi, as in Hilda Bassi. They were cooking the books.
Oh, okay, I did not get that.
All right, let's go to WhatsApp.
Okay, Josh says, Tega Mo Salah they play. Ima from Lagos says, President Zibby, leave Chelsea, come and join Tega's Arsenal. Mourinho has been relying on scoring 1 goal and defending all through. Even with Juve's 10 points removed, Roma could have been 3rd if they were serious. Steve, hello Steve. He says, Manchester United to win via a penalty shootout.
I like this one. Yes.
He's definitely seen the future. Cruz says, I think Man U will put up a better fight than Arsenal did, but City's hunger might swallow United attempts up. At least Chelsea survived relegation. They really tried.
Hi.
How many more minutes for this show? Okay.
Ibuku says, let me help you. Let me just take this one message. We were poor in defense against Chelsea, but the FA Cup final is a one-off. So yes, we can beat Manchester City. Anthony's injury is a blessing in disguise. And yes, we can beat them. At least Arsenal believed they could win the league. Ha! That's how Arsenal just got straight bullets.
Poor Arsenal.
All the way from Manchester. Chimabi Victor says, Mo Salah is a comedian. He should be happy they will be playing Thursday night football because their London neighbours Chelsea will not even taste Europa League and Conference League football next season. So Mo Salah, don't worry. Be happy. And then Tayo says,
Juve's accountants be like, if I add 2 plus 2, what do you want it to be?
And on that note, Tayo, we have to go because that was an epic message. All right, so thank you for sending your messages. Remember, this weekend there'll be everything from F1 to the NBA, to Nigeria playing against Brazil.
Woo!
And of
Nigeria
course,
against Brazil.
we're going to be still, the season is over, but we're going to still enjoy a few matches all the way from Italy to Spain to England. So keep your banter ready. We'll be expecting them on Monday. For now, Zibby, take over.
All right, stay with us. Lagos Talk starts up in exactly 15 minutes from 9 a.m. Tega, what did I do to you?